Okay, made it back with another video. Let's see, these are reds that I got from my friend Tony Anderson. I think I showed them last time. Uh, Growing out nicely. This is all from one batch. Uh, haven't had to cull any yet, which isn't good. I really should cull something. But so far so good. They're growing nicely, and I think they just actually dropped some fries, so pretty happy with them. This, if we can get them on here, it's a full red female, and I put in a couple of Pingu males, which are in here somewhere. The cloudy stuff is live baby brine shrimp, and let's see, here's one of the Pingus in the back. Can't really get them on here, but anyway, so I'm trying to do the cross the other way, because I don't know if I'll be able to see these. These are the fry from the cross of full red male to a Pingu females, and they're starting to get some color. It's a little tough to see. I don't know if I can get a light on them. They're starting to get a little bit of red, and I think yellow. So it's interesting. I'll keep it going. And see, they don't like being photographed there or videoed. This is an entire tank of fry from two of the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies, and I left one male in there because what I try to do with this line is I try to keep a male from a prior generation, since they color up so late, and I keep the male in there that I know looks good, because I don't want to have males grow out that look different, because they do, like I said, they color up late. For me, 3 to 4 months, and the dorsal will color in next, and then all the fins will get a little longer. But there's a lot of fry in here, so he will at least hit the females that develop. And the tank glass isn't dirty. It's another one that just has, I guess, hard water deposits on it. And this is that's the female that had half of those fry. That's one of the long fin males. It's a regular male, and this is a breeding group. Except for this guy, he's just in there to look good. But it is good to get a few long fin ones in between with the regular ones. This one has the pec fins are starting to develop really nicely, but I really like this line. They're not anything you can do anything with the IFGA. It's just it's a modern strain that doesn't conform to IFGA standards. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's just not their type of guppy. But they're so popular that who knows, maybe there'll be a change in the future. But anyhow, all these fry are from those two females, and this tank I'll just I gotta work on this tank. I got a couple of them that are thinning out, so they're gonna get treated. This is their last happy meal of brine, live baby brine shrimp. They're kind of like almost a full black AOC. It's the cross I made of Pingus and black Moscows. It was the black Moscow male to the Pingu females, and this was the opposite cross. That's still the original mother of all these fish in the tank, and I don't know, it's like a gray black Pingu. I don't even know what to call them. I'm going to do another cross to see if I can get pandas out of them, but so far they're just very cool looking fish. They have a little bit of the magenta color in the top and the middle of the body. The females fill out very nicely. Some different colors on them. Looks like a bit of a yellow and a black. But these are really interesting. I'm going to keep this going. These fish I haven't really been able to show much on video, because they've been in green water. I haven't been able to get the water to clear up. These are the yellow Storesback lower swords I got from Alan Baez. And some fry in here. And interesting, I have to email them and ask. There's some, if I can find them, a couple of longfin fish in there, like that one. So that's interesting. I guess that means that's in the background, obviously. But I'll see what he says. So these are nice. I got plans for these in the future. Are going to be doing some crosses with yellow deltas and probably snow white albinos. This is the last of the Schubel greens I have, and I had mentioned before I put him in with a couple of half black pastel females. So the goal here is to see if I can get really green deltas in the mix, because once these females get impregnated, I might get some half black light greens and some other variations, and hopefully a couple of green delta females, and then I will use them to go back to this male or to go to the brothers. There is one fry in here, but I don't know if it's from before the full green went in or not, so I'm just leaving the fry in to develop. If it's a male and it turns out to be a half black pastel male, I'll pull him out before the gonopodium develops and he can cause any problems. But like I started to say before I interrupted myself, I really want to try to get some more full greens, and I'm hoping that, like with most crosses, you do get some variations, and I'm hoping that I might get a couple of green, full green deltas out of them, and I can hopefully get the line going with that. Now, these are some brand new fish. I just got them yesterday. They are not the Thailand fish. I'm still waiting for them. I'm not a happy camper yet. They weren't shipped. So these are blue deltas that I got from Angels Plus. I just want to work with blue deltas. I'm probably going to cross them with half black pastel females and see if I can come up with a half black blue that's light blue. It was probably a much easier way to say that, but less words, but what the heck. But these are nice. He sent nice fish. They're probably about 3 to 4 months old. Females are most likely hit already. And he sent an extra, this little guy, which is nice. So, a little gal. So, pretty happy. He's a good guy. This is the ongoing cross, which hopefully bears some results soon, of black Moscow males to the black Moscow females that I got that had a couple of albinos in the drop. Now, if I can get close enough between the shrimp and cloudy water, you can see how long that dorsal is on this female. Pretty interesting. I've never seen that on an albino female, personally, in the fish that I have, but it's definitely interesting. I don't really think she's been hit yet. These guys are slacking. A couple of the females in here are hit, and of course I don't know where they are. This one right there, I think, has definitely been hit by these guys. So I'll definitely get some fry, and she does carry the albino gene. This one has the long dorsal, which I like. So nice mix of stuff from all related fish. These are all related, and I'll see. I should get some interesting results. This tank is empty except for some plants, and trying to decide what I'm going to put in there. So I might put some of the Galaxy Guppies in there, Nebula Steel, Medusa, whatever, or I might put some fry that are in small container gallon tanks right now. So that's this side. I'll try to get to some of the other tanks in a bit. Now, this is primarily a tank of fry. These are Santa Claus guppies. This is the other female that had some spots. in the tail. It's like almost like a mosaic pattern on the lower part. Very nice looking fish, but kind of concerned that the females with spots or lines or whatever could pass on spots and stuff to the males, since I did get some that developed with spots. So I will leave her in here once she gets closer to dropping fry again, because she was hit from the other males. I'll put her in a different tank and just keep these fry developing. So I'll start selling these pretty soon, probably in late March. I have some older Santa Claus guppies that I can start to sell. So I just netted out the other ones, so she's not very happy about seeing me at all. So let's see, I don't know if I can get these on. See if I can get that. I pulled these out of one of the Pingu tanks. This one's looking normal, that male. But this one is, these two are very unusual. They have a different color in the back end of the body. And they didn't develop the metalhead part yet. So I pulled these out. I took a lot of fry out of that other tank because I don't want any variations setting in. So I've kind of reset the Pingu line with just the other ones that were not throwing any variations. But not sure if I can get that on there, but that's pretty interesting. It's almost like an eye spot and another spot of color in the tail. Never ever had a variation, but there we go. So let me get the Subaru out of the way. Ah, for God's sake, isn't that like a Subaru? What a piece of crap. Anyway, back to the fish. These are some of the tank I actually have to take down, move around. These are the platinum red bigger mosaics. Probably an easier way to say that. Another tank of them, going to work on this, clean it up. And this dirty little tank is the other group of black Moscows that had the albino siblings. So these have definitely been hit. I put in some snow white albino males, which I showed in a prior video probably about a month ago. So this is promising. I'm very interested to see what I get. The female, the albino female, this one doesn't have the long dorsal, and it's also got the other fish in the way. And she's filling up. She actually might be hit because starting to look like a bit of a gravid spot. It's a little harder with the albinos to tell, but we'll see. Another couple of weeks, this could have some excellent results. So we'll see. But I just have them in a tank with some water sprite, sponge filter. These are the breeders of the Santa Claus guppies. You can see how large the pec fins are on the males. There's quite a few. There's 3 in there. I think I have 3 pair of the breeders. And what I'm going to work towards with this line is to get some red in the dorsal, because I think it's supposed to have red in the dorsal. So I only put in females that have pastel color tail with no spots. These are the Santa Claus females. 2 of them are older females, and a couple of them are from the first batch of fry that grew out. So I'll get to a couple other tanks, and just for educational purposes, what do you call a flying primate? A hot air baboon. Alright, this is still the half black blues that I haven't gotten any fry out. Well, I got 2 fry. I have a male and a female in another tank, and I put the prior Shoebowl Blue Delta male, the only one I have left, in with these. See if I can get something out of these fish before they kick the bucket. And this is, I think I showed them a week or 2 ago, the half black pastels that I put aside as breeders. And I thought I saw a couple fry in there, but maybe not. Maybe that was the other tank. And this is another tank where that's not dirt on the side, it's hard water stains. So once I free up another 5.5, I'll move them into that, and then I'll empty this tank and use that barkeeper's friend stuff on the inside of the glass. See if I can get that stain out of here, because it's kind of annoying. But the male looks excellent. Females are nice and plump, and have been giving them some live baby brine shrimp. I'll give them a little bit more. There you go, that should make them happy. Some sea monkeys being slaughtered, and the fish are thrilled as can be. So that's a young female from a subsequent batch of fry that's growing out. And with this, I've selected females with no color other than the pastel whitish. I had a few that had a little bit of yellow in the tail, and I didn't want that yellow to get passed on to the males. Not sure if it's possible to stop that, but they look good. I'm pretty happy with them. So what do you call a pig with no legs? A groundhog. Ah, that's awful. This tank has to come down, and this one is going to have some major work being done, because pretty much 2 or 3 of these females have dropped fry. There's a lot of fry in there. It's the Roebuck Reds, and the other male is right there. Gorgeous fish. I really love this strain. Doesn't hurt that red is my favorite color, and very happy with progress on this line. So I'm going to put the fry into a tank of their own and move these 2 trios into a different tank, probably another 5.5, and we'll see. But anyway, that's a bunch of the tanks. Hope you enjoyed getting to see some other fish. I don't know if there's any I can add in here. Looking around, I don't really see anything, so I'll leave it at that. What do you call a fat psychic? A 4-chin teller. Oof, that's terrible.